Let's talk about Suicide Squad. And here we go.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide.
Suicide Squad. I've seen it. Some good, a lot of bad, but we'll get to that a little later on in this review. I just kind of wanted to talk over about something that I've been seeing on social media. A lot of people are on both sides of the fence. I've seen positive reviews, I've seen negative reviews. What I'm seeing is an annoying trend is if you don't like the movie or you do like the movie, that's fine, give your review, let's move on. But the whole knack of trying to say,
you know, this movie is so good. I don't know what people want. I don't know why people are, you know, ragging on it. And people just, you know, they don't know good movie.
I don't know if you know that, but that is really fucking annoying. That's just as annoying as people ragging on the movie. You're not doing any injustice to the movie by shouting out about how positive your review is about this movie. That's just as annoying as the negative side. I don't know if you know that, but I've been seeing that a lot and it's kind of annoying. Even though I'm making a video about that being annoying. So am I helping or not helping? Also, another trend that I'm starting to see is people are saying you're being too critical, or, you know, you can chill out with your critiques, or this kind of thing where it's like, hey, we should give this movie a pass. I don't believe that. I don't believe in movies should get a pass. I don't give a overlook certain things about the story, like the characters or the story or the action or anything that is bad. I should just overlook that because it's a fun summer movie. Because if you let one movie slide, a bunch of movies are going to get slide. So next time they do Independence Day like 3, are we going to let that slide just because it's a summer blockbuster movie? No. If it's a piece of shit or it has flaws, you should call them out. You shouldn't just say,
well, you know, y'all are over critiquing it.
It's a movie. It deserves the same respect and the same critique as any other movie out there. I don't care if it's a comedy or horror or drama. I think a lot of people are so overhyped about this movie that when they went in, they just went in with blinders. I think that was the case for a lot of people. I know a lot of cosplayers who were dressed up as Harley Quinn and they came back and was like, oh,
It's fantastic.
I don't know if they're just saying that because they have blinders on or because they love dressing up like the Harley Quinn and that's a popular thing. Some people say it's cool to rag on this movie. Some people say that's the cool thing to do. It's gonna give my thoughts and my review on it as I saw it. And I'm not one of these people that was overhyped for it, and I'm not the same person who went in hating it or, you know, went in with this negative dark error behind me saying like, I gotta hate this movie. Let me go in and just call out everything that's BS about this movie. With that being said, let's get to the review. Suicide Squad tells the story about a ragtag group of villains put together in a squad to basically take on a bigger villain for the greater good. It is a life and death mission that they are sent upon. That is pretty much the movie. Let's get to the good parts about the movie. The very good part is Will Smith. Even though Will Smith is playing Will Smith, every time he was on screen, I was digging it. I loved everything that he was doing as far as his jokes he was pulling out, as far as his action scenes. I'm all for a Deadshot solo movie. Viola Davis, what a bad and I mean that in a good term. She is just awesome at her performance. She just doesn't take shit from anybody. She puts on such a solid performance, I thought, especially stand out amongst everybody else besides Will Smith. Let's get to Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn, sexy, yeah, I'll give her that. But everything else about her was just off-putting in ways. Sometimes she would be great as the characters, other times she kind of floated in and out and I wasn't buying her being this character. Some really good scenes, and then sometimes she would just come in with these scenes where she would just speak a couple little lines just to be funny or to be Harley Quinn, to me, it just came off annoying. Most of the time when she would just say these one-off lines or something, I just wanted to scream at the screen, like, you're not funny, like you're just annoying, or you're just saying something that adds nothing to value in this scene. Just shut the f up.
You die.
I'm known to be quite vexing. I'm just forewarning you.
Lady, shut up!
I like the idea of Suicide Squad. And that's about all I can say. Let's get to the bad parts, or the negative parts I had about Suicide Squad. Everything about this movie it's the structure of this movie just felt totally off. Too many characters that I just didn't care about, or they didn't give me a reason to care about them. Captain Boomerang, didn't care about his fucking character. He was annoying. He needed to shut the f up. One of the Suicide Squad characters who you really don't get any time to even know, and I'm not going to spoil anything about that, but that was kind of stupid. They threw in Katana, or whatever her name was, in the last second. Don't really care about her character. Yeah, I don't care about any of these characters except for Will Smith and Viola Davis were the only characters that I kind of cared about. And maybe Jay Hernandez playing Diablo, or whatever his name was. I liked his character. He was alright. Killer Croc was whatever. A big monster. Nothing quite there. Jared Leto as the Joker. I think they really fucked him. His character needed to be in the shadows. He didn't need to be all out in the front. We're gonna give you, you know, Joker right in your face, because the more times I saw him on screen, I just became numb to him, and I just really didn't like the character, and I just felt like, oh, well, this kind of sucks as what we got as the Joker for this time around. And I know you can't be Heath Ledger's performance. I know you cannot touch that performance. But the thing about Joker is he's supposed to be menacing, villainous. He's supposed to be creepy. He's supposed to be fear. You know, he is the biggest, you know, villain that DC really has for the most part. And this is what you gave us. You gave us a grill tattoo kind of looking character who just was annoying. Also, another point about the Joker, I don't understand his henchmen or his group. Why were they wearing giant panda masks and all these stupid things? That works in a comic book, I understand that, but when you see it on film, it just looks stupid. They crowbar the Joker in here just to kind of set up, hey, here's the Joker, here's Harley Quinn, next Batman movie. That's why if you deleted all his scenes out of this movie, you wouldn't really notice it. I mean, he brought no context to the story of, you know, the overall story in Suicide Squad. What I thought would have been cool was to have him either be in the shadows throughout this movie, or for him to play some kind of big twist at the end or something, to where you're left wanting to say like, wow, I did not know this Joker was that menacing or this smart, or he pulled off something we didn't see coming, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the Batman movie or wherever he pops up next. At least for me, I didn't care by like the second or third time of seeing him. His laugh was cool, but it was only cool the first time, and he kept doing it every single time they showed him on scene. He did that laugh over and over and over. Oh man, and Temptress, don't get me started on this awful character. Didn't really care about anything that she was on screen. She was uninteresting. All she did was dance like this the whole time. Oh, just awful. Awful, awful, awful. And then she threw out this whole, her brother was God of War looking creature. That was just awful. There was music in the movie throughout that I felt like should have not been there. I know they didn't want to go with the seriousness of Batman vs. Superman, but I felt this was way over, just way over the top. Guardians of the Galaxy, it worked, but in here it just felt like a filler instead of being a part of the characters and a part of the story. Whew. If I had to just use one word to describe this movie, it is just unnecessary. There was no particular reason for this movie to even be made. Shoebar the Joker in there to try to set us up to be introduced to Joker and Harley Quinn and maybe Deadshot so they can have their own kind of separate movies. Other than that, you know, the characters are just forgettable. This actually makes me think that Batman vs. Superman was far better of a movie than this. For Suicide Squad gets, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna think about this movie in a couple weeks. This would be probably gone from my memory. Yeah, this movie gets a f you from me. And I know that's kind of being harsh about this, but it's on Netflix. I would definitely recommend maybe putting it on in the background while you're doing stuff. It's that kind of movie, but it just doesn't beg your attention for the full hour and 40-50 minutes it was. Anyway guys, that is it for my review on Suicide Squad. Tell me what you guys think. Leave it down in the comments section. I'd love to know if you watched this movie and what were your thoughts, whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it. Do you think some people go into these movies overhyped? Are you feeling like movies should get a pass, or should movies be critiqued just like every other movie out there? I'd love to know your thoughts. Leave them down in the comment section. As always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit a thumbs up for this review. And please subscribe if you haven't already for more of these on the way and more content to be released very soon. Thank you guys for staying to the very end and watching, and I hope you have a great day or a great night wherever you're watching this. And until next time, peace.